Welcome to Norway. For anybody that was wondering, again, we are asking people to give any names to regiments that they would like represented in the game. We've got the 2nd SS Armored and Wolf's Brigade. So if you want your name of the game, just give us a somewhat acceptable unit name, and we'll see if we can't make that happen for you. So guys, we're ending the deployment phase. I've got everybody from our last battle on the field. I was actually trying to see if I could overstrength a few guys, but I think we've pretty much upgraded them to max. There is the overstrength button here, so we are going to overstrength them to 20. No, maybe we can't do that. We just don't have enough unit slots, so let's instead proceed with the battle. Now, we also have a few Fallschirmjäger units. These, of course, are air units that can drop over the skies over here near the Norwegian positions. But I think we'll start with just the Wehr infantry. Oh, no! Got an enemy submarine, so actually the enemy got first blood there. And I believe we've got a Schnellboot. I'm not sure if he can do much against the sub, but at least he can keep him away from our initial landing forces. Let's go, boys. Norway will be ours. We've got to keep advancing. Let's get right past this thing. I'm hoping they don't have some more submarines here in the area, but they also have their own Schnellboot over here, a patrol boat, really, and they could easily land it. So I'm trying to get these units across the actual sea here as quickly as possible. First, I want to make sure that I know how to actually transport these guys. So we can mount... No! Embark. There we go. So actually, these are Fallschirmjägers. They can drop behind enemy lines. And I think I want to start over here at Christiansland. So let's go here and see if we can't deploy them next turn. We should be able to just drop them next turn right there. Same with these Fallschirmjäger units. We want to keep them together so that they can actually work together, of course. Those units were able to drop right away. And actually, we should start attacking the enemy's anti-air positions as quickly as possible. We do have the high ground, but he might get a perfect shot at those anti-air positions. That definitely worries me. What else can we do? Start hitting these barracks. That would probably help. No, we need to embark. Okay, there we go. So we can actually move right across here. Wow. No, I thought we could deploy... I misunderstood that completely. Well, for sure, we're going to take some flak fire from the enemy. There's no doubt about that. Let's get Wolf's Brigade. If we can transport him now, we will. If not, we'll wait till next turn. And we might even bring in our Messerschmitts just to kind of focus on the enemy. Maybe bring his fire away from our transport planes. Or no, I think we just keep things as they are. We'll try to take out a few of the enemies over here with our bombers. Show the Norwegians that we will attack them if need be, if they try to stop this invasion. And I'm going to bring this Schnellboot to our east, hopefully to defend that eastern flank from any Norwegian patrol boats. Now look at that. We've also got a Type 1934 destroyer. Let's get him up here. Oh, we could have gotten that guy. That's okay, though. At least we didn't get ambushed. And we also got our first Pioneer, as well as our second Wehr infantry units, guys, over here. Of course, I don't want to land on top of that fortification, so I'm going to see what I can do about it. But for now, let's bombard the Norwegian infantry here in Bergen. Alright, not too bad. I'll bring this ship around and just try and keep the enemy's ships locked here. But if this is anything like the original Panzer Corps, there are going to be more Norwegian ships coming down from the north, so we do want to be careful. Let's just try to get back here. Alright, the Wehr infantry landing here. Wow, we might actually be able to go ahead and take that airfield. Why not? That was a quick steal. Bring this unit around too. I just don't want to be hit by that fortification. But the Pioneer are really going to be our key to getting into Bergen itself. We might as well try and take out the fortification. We probably won't, but might as well go ahead and do an attack. Alright, let's end the turn. I hope the damage to our paratroopers is not too bad. And actually, we've still got one of our ships over here stuck in the bay. I'm going to probably try and go to his rescue, but right now my main concern is getting these guys on land. And as you can see, they are absolutely being hit here by a tremendous amount of enemy torpedo fire. We've got to land these troops. Alright, boys. Try to get near Christiansland. with the 3rd Ware Infantry. You guys know the 3rd Ware Infantry. These are our heroes. And I think right now we can go ahead and just knock out the 75mm gun here. We'll also, in the meantime, take that airfield from the enemy, deny them use of any sort of air assets. And I'm also going to drop these guys right here. Just keep on following them. They're not going to be able to return fire with that unit. But maybe we should get this unit a little bit closer to them over there. I'm just hoping they don't have any anti-air weapons, because I want to drop the units in that forest. What are we going to do about Oslo, though? It's going to be tough if we attack over here, take this area, and then try to swing east. Because let's face it, there are only 15 turns. Are there 20 turns? 15 or 20 is not a very long campaign. So I think we need to start prioritizing some of the troops over here. Alright, we absolutely need reinforcements. So for now, I'm going to pull this guy back just to be safe. And let's move the Schnellboot forward. All attacks have to go against that sub. He's not going to give up easily, of course. And I'll try to get this unit over here, the 15th Ware Infantry. They're at an okay strength level, so they should perform pretty well in combat. But for now, I'm just going to move them up a little bit. I want to wait for my tank. I want to wait for all that support. Look at that. We've got another tank ready to push forward. And let's just get the 38T right there, just waiting for any potential Norwegian counterattacks or ambushes. I want to approach with caution, essentially. Okay, maybe we need to get into this tile. Still learning the transport for Panzer Corps 3, so that definitely makes sense. We need to get into a port setting here, so we'll move there with Wolf's Brigade, and only then can we actually get on the ships. Beautiful. Not too worried about that ship anymore, but with our Blucher, and of course the Blucher was sunk by the Norwegians. Quite an amazing feat here. Is stuck in the bay. We're still going to keep on firing at the enemy patrol boat. I'd rather they focus on the Blucher and not the rest of our men. Yeah, we might as well bring in some air support. In fact, we'll go straight for the anti-air weapon. When it's this weak, we can absolutely take a risk. And I think our Stuka will do a great job dive-bombing that location. Do the same over here. We're just going to pepper them with fire, strafe them, let them know that we are still active. And I'm going to get this unit immediately over here to the port and start moving out. Still got the one attack with the Dornier as well. I would attack here, but they've actually got that air unit kind of in our way. So instead, yeah, we're going to kind of go behind enemy lines and hit some of these reinforcing units. The 7th Norwegian Infantry. I'm sure these villagers are not expecting a bombing run like this. Glory. Very good. Alright, that's what we like to see, of course. And let's move that submarine up as well. Or, I keep calling it a submarine. From up here it looks like one, but it's just a destroyer to help us combat the Norwegians here. And now that we can start going for the attack, I think we should try and weaken the enemy with the Königsberg. Let's go straight for Bergen, guys. We've got that mass attack bonus going with the 1st Pioneer. I think they're actually going to take the city on the 1st charge. The Norwegians simply are not ready for a war like this. This is just not what they're used to. Not for hundreds of years, at least. So we are going to follow up and just wipe that unit out. Hopefully we'll get it to surrender, and indeed it did. A very good first few days for us here in Norway. Let's hope that the luck continues, of course. We have to take 6 victory hexes for this to be considered a victory. Some of them, like Stavanger and also Oslo, are quite far away. And Lillehammer, especially, is extremely far away. So we're going to have to find some effective way of getting out of here and, well, conquering Norway in time, pretty much. Alright, let's end the turn. Hopefully, the worst is over in terms of our landing, and they've done as much damage as they can with all those naval units. But I kind of know better. And at this point, they really want to destroy the Blucher. They're even sending their bombers against it, and I'm sure that Norway doesn't have that much in terms of actual bombers. Some good news for our Dornier. They did gain a star, and some even better news for stopping over here. It was definitely the right call. And actually, the Norwegian infantry are doing quite well against our tanks. We can upgrade some of our infantry units, but unfortunately our tanks are still pretty early war tanks. It's going to take some time before we're able to do that. And obviously a lot of reinforcing is going to have to happen here, since the enemy's been harassing us non-stop with these naval attacks. I think we've dealt with that ship. Let's try to save the Blucher. That would be historic if we were able to. With this unit, excuse me guys, I am going to go ahead and just start attacking that 29th patrol boat. Still got another armored division. Let's drop him right there. And I think all we should do here with this guy right now is get some units here, overstrength him, and we're going to bring this infantry over here, the 15th Wehr. Could have done with some air support there, to be honest. Alright, now for Kristiansand. Or Kristiansand? Somebody can tell me which is appropriate. I'm hoping that... Is that a national morale point? That might be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Yeah, I think it is. My goodness. So we're going to actually have to send a unit out here to take this area too. Maybe the armor division can deal with it. I doubt it, though. We'll probably have to get one of these guys back on a ship and head out to attack that area. In the meantime, I will take out the anti-air weapon. I'm going to move up here so that we're completely surrounding Kristiansand. And we've still got this Pioneer unit. They can't drop here, but you know what? We need them to drop here, actually, just to take that national morale point. It's kind of annoying that it's off the coast, but it is what it is. The Fallschirmjägers will definitely take some losses hitting this area. But so be it. It is the price for victory. We can lose more men than they can, certainly. And let's also replace the losses for our 5th Panzer. Just want to get these guys up to full strength. I'm also going to swing over a Wolf's Brigade this way so that he can attack on the flank next turn. Hopefully that's going to go as planned. The Blucher still has some fight left in him. Gotta love that guy. Now at this point we embark and hope that we don't get attacked by enemy patrol boats. Try to get on land as soon as possible. And let's carry out another run with our Stuka. In fact, the Stuka is going to do quite well against this fortification. So hopefully all we'll have to do with our pioneers is just land and move into a deserted fort. But only time will tell if that's actually how things are going to go. Go for the patrol boat? No, we absolutely don't. Let's go for strafing runs against the Norwegian infantry. We can't let them harm our troops. We can't let them damage us too much. It would definitely be a problem. And as for the Dornier, I'm absolutely going to go ahead and allow him to recuperate just a little bit there. If I could get any hits on the enemy planes, I would. So you know what? I am going to go and attack the Norwegian Air Force here with our Messerschmitts. I don't think they've seen anything like this before, and as you can see, a pretty significant and worthwhile attack. I think we just pretty much leave that fort there for the rest of the mission. Yeah, it's not going to be much of a problem, I don't think. But the enemy ship could be, so we are going to try to sink her, of course, and I'm going to proceed forward with the rest of these infantry units. Let's just go. We've got plenty of Norway to take. We could have moved a little farther. That's all right, though. Although speed is definitely important in this particular fight. In fact, I think it might be extremely important in this particular fight. That being said, we're going to turn it over to the Norwegians. Let's let them give us their worst. Oh, I think the Blucher is sinking. She is. Look at that. We even get an animation for the Blucher going down into the Bay of Norway. That is pretty terrifying. And please don't tell me that a Norwegian unit just took one of our home ports. It's going to make it very hard for us to drop units if that's the case. So we're going to have to swing back and attack that guy. Look at that sneaky little devil. That is amazing. We'll get rid of him, but what a frustrating thing to happen. Before we do that, though, I'm thinking we send the Dornier in either to attack him or the infantry. Let's send the Dornier in to attack the patrol boat, because he is an imminent threat, of course. And I'll take the Stuka dive bomber. Look at that, they're reinforcing in Kristiansand. We can't have that. Reinforce these units. Now we're going to give our elite replacements. We can only do that 3 times per turn, keep in mind. And I believe that they're going to surrender in Kristiansand. That's one of the beautiful things of surrounding a unit and not having any escape for them whatsoever, is it's quite easy for us to force them to surrender, or convince them to surrender, essentially. So I'm going to continue moving, of course, with my tank. I want to see if I can drop these guys right here. They cannot drop right here. How frustrating. So we're actually going to have to wait, I guess, maybe until this unit is destroyed completely by our bombers, or our naval units, etc. It's going to be a problem. Going to give some support here to these guys. I know I could have gone for the enemy bomber, but I really want to wipe out this infantry unit. He's kind of in my way, and that is not good, not okay for the Wehrmacht. Alright, keep on attacking. They're actually quite strong here. They must have some veterans there in that unit. And we did manage to kill them with Wolf's Brigade, so to Wolf Gaming, who suggested that we name this unit Wolf's Brigade. Good call. Your unit just got a kill against some Norwegian infantry. Might not sound like much, but I think it's going to mean a lot as we move through these campaigns. Let's get the Sturmpanzer out. And obviously, because I think Oslo will probably be the toughest of the cities to take, we will need some artillery support there. And for the 10th SS Armored, let's just see if we can drop here. We can. Now, this is a scout car. Not the greatest position for a scout car. Nonetheless, it's going to have to work. Anyway, guys, I hope you'll catch us next turn, where we're going to do part 2 of the Battle of Norway. I'd love you to join us, and I'd love to see just how far we can get here in Panzer Corps. So make sure not to miss it. And we're actually facing mountain infantry right now. The Norwegians are sending everything they can at us, and their mountain infantry are actually quite strong. So we want to be careful here.